All right, number 5 here is a kite because I've got consecutive sides that are congruent. So my formula for area of a kite is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So if I plug in my diagonals, I've got 2 plus 9 here, which would be 11. And then I've got diagonal horizontal, which would be 3 plus 3. And if we plug this into the calculator, we should get 33 meters squared. Moving on to number 6. Number 6 would be a trapezoid because my opposite sides are parallel. So my formula for a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times my height. So I've got 1/2. If I add my bases together, I've got this entire piece, which is 21, and this is 14. So 21 plus 14. And then my height is that vertical distance that is perpendicular, so times 10. And if we plug this into the calculator, we get 175 inches squared. Number 7. Number 7 is a composite figure. I would suggest splitting it at this point right there, because up top now I have a rectangle, and on the bottom I now have a trapezoid. So if I find the area of the rectangle, that would be base times height. And my base in this case would be 8. My height would be 7. So I've got 8 times 7, which is 56. And then for my trapezoid, if this whole thing here is 12, and I know this piece is 7, then this piece right here would be 5. So my height of the trapezoid is 5. And my two bases are 13 and 8. So my formula for a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So I've got 1/2 times 13 plus 8 times 5. And if we plug that in the calculator, we get 52.5. So together, I add these, and I get 108.5 centimeters squared. And I know the instructions said to round to the nearest hundredth, but that's only if we need to. If it comes out nicely at the 10th, that's fine. Okay, and then we've got number 8 is a circle. So area for a circle would be pi r squared. So if my radius is 8, I've just got pi times 8 squared, which is 64 pi. But if you plug that in the calculator, you get approximately 201.06, rounded to the nearest hundredth, centimeters squared. Looking at number 9, it says the area of a triangle is 32 square units. If the height is 4, what is the length of the base? So what we know for my area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height. The height is 4, so we're going to plug that piece in. We know the area is 32, so we're going to plug that piece in. So I have 32 equals 1/2 base times 4. And now we're just going to solve this like an algebra problem here. If I go ahead and do 1/2 times 4, that gives me 2. So I have 32 equals 2b. And then I divide by 2 on both sides. So I get that b equals 16 units. It's not squared because we're talking about just the base, not the area. And number 10 Number 10 says that the area of a rectangle is 90 square meters. The width is 10. The length is 3x minus 12. Find the value of x. So I know the area formula for a rectangle is base times height. Now I just got to plug in that stuff that I know. 90 is going to go in for my area. The width can go for my base, and the length will go in for my height. So my formula that I'm solving is 90 equals 10 times 3x minus 12. And now we just got to do a little basic algebra here. So I'm going to distribute that 10. And I would get 30x minus 120. I can add 120 to both sides. So I get 210 equals 30x divided by 30. And we get that x equals 7. And specifically 7 meters.